Hello Aries, welcome to my channel. This is going to be your April 2023 reading for Sun, Moon and Rising. My apologies for last month. I had uploaded all the videos, all the extensions, but unfortunately the area that I was living in, very remote, the internet wasn't capable of uploading any of those readings, so I did a live one instead. So apologies for that, but we are back to normal now. There won't be extensions for this reading this month because I only flew back a couple of days ago, but next month it should return to normal. So let's start off with a sound bowl, just to tune into the energy. Okay, so if you'd like to take a breath in and exhale. Alright Aries, let us see what April has in store for you. Okay, we'll be getting 3 piles. First pile will be current energy starting the month. Middle pile will be anything that's seen, new challenges, obstacles, surprises. And the final pile will be the outcome. Please be mindful that energies are non-gender specific. Take what resonates, leave the rest behind. And if you do like this, please give me a thumbs up. It really helps my channel. You can subscribe, it's totally free. So we're going to just grab a theme for the month of April. The theme you're going to be exploring. Okay, let's see what comes up for us. Freedom. Freedom is the key at this time. It's talking about spreading your wings and flying and feeling no longer kind of stagnant or stuck in a mindset, in a situation with relationships. All right, so let's see how that's panning out for you. I mean, there are also swallows, and if we think about swallows, they are seasonal birds. They fly very vast distances at different seasons. So for some of you, you might be thinking about getting yourself a holiday home and doing 6 months, 6 months, 6 months, 6 months, or at least you're thinking about that long term. Travel may be on the cards as well. We'll see what happens. I'll be cutting the deck here, but later with the clarifyings we will get jumpers. So, current energies, the Fool, Justice, 4 of Pentacles, Major Arcana is coming up for you guys. I'll show you, don't worry. Okay, obstacles or challenges, we got the Hermit, the 6 of Swords, and the 2 of Wands. And then the outcome for the month, we've got the World, we've got the Knight of Cups, and we've got the 4 of Wands. So far looking pretty good. Okay, so Full card, Justice, and the 4 of Pentacles. You're ready to take a whole new leap of faith, stepping out into the unknown, some brand new venture, some brand new project or adventure that you're going on. And with it comes Justice and 4 of Pentacles. So that tells me that where there has been an injustice, justice is now going to come in your favor. And it may have something to do with finance as well, because that 4 of Pentacles, I feel like you are a little bit in your comfort zone. You kind of don't want to spend too much and you just want to hold on to what you've got. Okay, so if there is a payout, I feel like you're being very resourceful at this time. But let us clarify. Very, very positive cards here. I mean, with the Major Arcanas, if you're not sure about tarot that well, you get Major Arcanas, you get Minor Arcanas. Major Arcanas are basically, the way to think about them are they're like predestined energies. They're huge currents of energy that you're going to be exploring and experiencing in whichever way, whatever's suitable for your life, that's the energy that you're going to be exploring. So in the case of the Fool, brand new beginning, that's what you're exploring. Okay, Minor Arcana is all about your day-to-day details, and sometimes when you're aware of those, you can use the energies to support you. Okay, so because every single card has positive and negative attributes, though generally speaking they do have a more positive or more negative, but each card, it depends on how it's read, and I read intuitively. Okay, so let us go to this Fool card. What's this Fool card all about, please? Being very excited, being almost a novice not knowing what to do. Okay, yes. You're starting something off new because you're walking away from something that no longer serves you. So for some of you, this could be a relationship or something where you put your heart and soul into. Can we get anything more on this, please, for Aries? Now, it's the only card in this deck which has an eclipse in the background, and we are entering into eclipse season. So I think it's around the 21st of the month or something where we have a new moon eclipse. So those talk about kind of quantum jumps forward, where things suddenly take massive shifts in your life. And so I think it's going to be very positive for you. And it's that you're kind of reaching that stage of, you know what, I want more, I want better. And it's not like you're being selfish, you're just kind of going, you know what, I've been banging my head against a brick wall, flogging a dead horse, all of those expressions to that degree, and now you're like, you know what, I want something new, I want newness, I want excitement. It's like the spring of the year, you know. What else, please? Thank you. Okay, I'm going to just take that card, not those ones. We got the Seven of Swords here. So for some of you, I am getting the strong sensation, or sensation would be the right word. The strong feeling that you're ready to take off on a new leap of faith, because you're now kind of walking away from a situation that was just not kosher. It was just not transparent. Perhaps you were dealing with someone who is a little bit sneaky energy, maybe some lying, cheating energy, a bit of deceit there, but it kind of just, it doesn't feel nice. For others of you, in walking away, you're kind of doing it in a way that you're kind of keeping your cards close to the chest. I know that because of this Seven of Swords and this Four of Pentacles, which is also about keeping your cards close to your chest. So I feel like I actually feel, for the vast majority of you, it's both those things. On one hand, it's the fact that there has been a little bit of shadiness regarding either a situation or relationship, something I would say that's been affecting the heart space, and you don't want to be dealing with that anymore because it's just too hidden agendas. It doesn't suit you. And at the same time, you're deciding, you know what, I've decided I'm good with this now. I don't want that in my life, so I'm going to move forward, onwards and upwards. I'm going to take a new direction in my life, okay? But you know what, I'm not going to tell many people about it. I'm just going to put things in motion and then see where I end up. So I don't feel like you're advertising the fact that you're sort of setting your sights on a new goal. Now we've got the Justice card, okay, where things are now coming into karmic balance for you. And if you're dealing with the justice system or the legal system, this is a favorable outcome, because she doesn't come up unless there has been an injustice, okay? So let us clarify this Justice card, please, for you. Three of Cups. Very, very nice. So for some of you who are dealing with the legal system, there is reason to celebrate, absolute reason to celebrate. For others where you have felt kind of a little bit isolated, a little bit alone, there could be even travel. Oh yeah, freedom. There could even be travel on the cards, because both these cards can also talk about, you know, a movement, a shift, a walking to somewhere else, a slinking off in the background. But whatever you're doing, I do feel like it's going to put you in a position where not only you're celebrating, but you're coming together either with friends or family. It could be people from the past. We are entering into Mercury retrograde around about that eclipse time, 21st of April, and that tends to be blasts in the past. So you could be arranging something where maybe later in the month you are coming together. But what I do really like about this is that any injustice that you've been feeling, because this is general reading, so I can't be too specific, whatever injustice that you have been experiencing, you are going to get the return, okay? And it is reason to celebrate. It is reason to kind of feel a bit more connected to people who've got your back, basically. People who have your best interests at heart, particularly if you've been dealing with a kind of deceitful energy. You are going to be surrounded in the month of April by the people who do celebrate you for who you are, which I really like. So let's look at this Four of Pentacles, please. See, he's sleeping on a magic carpet. Now, as we know, magic carpets, their natural thing is to be flying above and also having the freedom like the swallow. But he's sort of lying down in his comfort zone and needing to kind of rest. Part of that can also talk about a type of recovery, a type of recouping after maybe particularly difficult situations, or addressing something, facing something that you knew you had to address, but it was quite difficult. So even though you're implementing the new start, you also need to kind of recover from that, okay? So there's an element of recovery that I'm picking up with that Four of Pentacles, and I feel like you're just going into your shell a wee bit. We've got the Hermit card coming up as well, so I do know there's that energy coming forward for you for sure. But there's also an element of just kind of, I'm going to be very, let me just take care of me. Let me protect myself at this time. So I think that's very, very important. Four of Pentacles, please. Thank you. Yeah. Five of Cups. So there is some regret that you need to recover from, okay? Now, even if you're dealing with a legal situation or justice, like something to do like with legalities, it may be a situation where you have been regretting, or you feel that heavy-heartedness because it's like, well, why did it have to go there? Why did it have to reach that level? Okay, I do feel like you've detached yourself from it, which is good. You've made the right steps and you're stepping into the new. But in the recovery period, it is important to process these things, okay? Because we don't hold on to that sorrow and that pain moving forward into your new chapter. So it is necessary to heal over that. But it does also remind me not to, with those two cards coming up, it does remind me that it's important to also recognize that while something diminished in the past, there's still the future behind you that you cannot see. You can see your past in front of you, but the future is behind you. You can't see it, okay? So if you were to look around, you would see the two full cups behind. That represents the future, and it's quite promising, okay? So there is new light, there is light at the end of the tunnel. So absolutely there is, it is necessary to pause for recovery and healing, so long as you don't keep too sort of stagnant within that, because freedom is really key here for you, okay? Now, what's unseen that you don't see right now is we have the Hermit card, the Six of Swords, and the Two of Wands. So I feel like you really are, you will be moving on to calmer waters. I feel like you're gaining the wisdom necessary to move forward, and within that, you arrive at a point where you recognize that there may be, that you're at a bit of a crossroads, okay? Even though the full card is there supporting you in a new direction, I feel like after you give it some time to really suss it all out, really kind of do your fact finding, really go within, check in with yourself, whether this is going to support you moving forward, I feel like you're sort of at that point of like, okay, I'm ready to move forward, but I want to make sure that I don't repeat history. I want to make sure that I have a whole new experience. Now the Fool tells me it will be something that you've not done before, in terms of a brand new approach to something that you feel maybe even like a novice in. But we have to experience these things in our lives. We go through the whole Fool's journey throughout our life in many, many cycles, and the time is now for you. Okay, so for some of you, we've now got two departure cards and two sort of kind of traveling cards. We've also got the World card turning up. So for many of you, travel is something that you are considering this month. Now maybe it's just a short break somewhere, but it feels that it's going to be very positive. Oh, we've got another sort of travel card as well. Not travel, but kind of holiday vibe card here. So I do feel that is going to be extremely beneficial for you. Sometimes you need to remove yourself from the situation to recover, to be able to look at it from a bird's eye point of view, bird's eye with that freedom card there, and then to recalibrate and then kind of go, right, move forward, right? So let's see, what are you soul searching with that Hermit card? The Hermit card is also a very slow card. So, which is good. The Fool again. So you're making sure that this new venture, this new life that you have awaiting you, this new chapter that you have unfolding before you, I feel like you really are working out, okay, is this what I really want? Do I want to step out into the unknown? The Fool card basically says, leap and the universe will catch you. Okay, it's like that. It is promoting you to get excited, to get enthusiastic about things. You don't need to know it all. Okay, that's the whole excitement aspect of it. But you are really taking your time to kind of go, do I really want this? How is it going to serve me? How am I going to grow from this? How am I going to develop and expand from this? Okay, for some of you who are leaving a relationship, this is really kind of, even though there may be some regret over the past and you're doing your healing, it's that question of making sure that you find within yourself before you kind of go, okay, well now I'm single and the world is my oyster, but how do I feel within that? Okay, I'm not saying all of you are doing that, but I'm using that as an example. But we've got the Six of Swords coming up, and she follows peace. She follows the dove, which represents peace. Okay, she takes with her 6 swords out of the 10. She leaves the other swords behind. Swords represent lessons, intellectual lessons, and she leaves the rest behind. She takes 6 with her. Lessons that she can take to her new destination. And there's travel there, you know, so perhaps some of you will be traveling over water. Got a little water here too. Or even taking a boat, because we've got 2 boats here as well, so quite literally. Let's have a look at the 6 of Swords. Where are you gaining a calmer frame of mind over? So even though you might not feel at the beginning of the month, know that you will, I'll take those, know that you will feel a bit more calmer within your sense of self, which is beautiful. Oh wow, oh look at that, that just slipped out like that. At the bottom we have the World, and this was in between, upside down. 7 of Pentacles. This card talks about reaping the rewards of your harvest, taking what you've earned and then plowing it into something else. But it's also the assessment process, the evaluation process. Okay, what I put in, did I really get everything out of it that I put in? You know, it's like weighing things up. We've also got, wow, we've got a few cards here. Knight of Cups, the Devil, the 8 of Pentacles, the 2 of Swords, and the 8 of Swords. So number 1, you are moving into calm waters because you're starting to understand this give and take. With the Justice card, you know, it's give and take, it's balance. It's like what I put in, what do I get out? Because everyone dances with that in life, you know. But the thing that you're gaining a bit more clarity on is this understanding. It feels to me, there seems to be that there's someone who's wanting to kind of keep you in their environment, and it's not what you want to do. Okay, you feel kind of bound to this environment. Now what's happening with this is someone who's it's weird because the energy I get from this is someone who, it could be a friend, it could be a family member, it could be a romantic partner, take it how it resonates. It could be even a person at work who's trying to kind of offer you things, and I want to say almost manipulative, in the sense of they're dangling all these sweet things, and they're using what they know about you to kind of keep you held back. And it may be manipulative, but I don't feel like it's as far as to say devious. I just feel that they can feel that you are now ready to move away, and there could be an element of desperation. Okay, so where you have felt that energy, okay, I feel like you're coming to terms with that and you're moving beyond it. You're like, no, I've done my hermit phase, I've done my healing. Balance is now, I feel a bit more balanced within myself. I'm not going to go there. No. And this is where it's like you get it now, like on that level. Okay. The other thing that you're getting clarity on is you have been working so hard in this situation that is now you're walking away from. You've worked so extremely hard. You've actually mastered your craft with regards to this. So even if we're talking about love, you've mastered, excuse me, you've gone up a level in the sense of you've gone outside your comfort zone. You have expanded, you have developed, you've grown out of this, okay? So you did what you needed to do. But so not only have you mastered your craft, but that stalemate position, that stalemate stuck energy where you felt like you were kind of trapped with these cards as well, the Two of Swords and the Eight of Swords. That is a thing that you're also gaining kind of a peaceful understanding on. You kind of go, that's how I was feeling. Now I feel a bit more calm, a bit more settled in my direction moving forward. So I really absolutely love that, and it makes perfect sense because of this freedom card. So really what your focus is how much freedom can I gain? Where can I feel untrapped in my life, unburdened, unbound by things? Now the Two of Wands, let's clarify that. Okay. We've got Seven of Wands here, Ten of Pentacles, very nice, and the Two of Cups. Okay, so there we go. Right, so you may be feeling at a bit of a crossroads within this kind of understanding that you're going to be moving forward. You may feel a bit at a crossroads in terms of which way to go, and how that's playing out for you is connected to this connection that you've walked away from, okay? There may be assets involved, there may be money involved, there may be shared resources that was part of this connection, whether that be a romantic partner, a family member, friend, business connection, whatever the case may be. And you're having to stand up in your power. You've got to justify what is actually belonging to you. And so it feels to me that whatever direction you're going in, you're having to kind of take that into consideration, okay? And actually, whichever way you go, you're going to have to stand in your power and have conviction about what it is, what security means to you. And even if it's family involved, because we've got Ten of Pentacles, often a very kind of family orientated card, you are having to kind of stand in your power and say, okay, well, I know that things haven't gone according to plan, but I am now on this new direction, and this is absolutely important for my soul's growth to go on this, in this direction. So I do feel like there is an opportunity here to have an open communication like that, but I feel like yeah, you're being called upon to do so. So what that means is that I don't feel like people are understand just yet, the people around you understand just yet, but I do feel if you're able to be quite matter of fact about it and quite factual about it, I feel like there will be a connection, there will be an understanding there, okay? As we move to the outcome of the month, we've got the World card, which is closing off a major cycle. So you've basically been kind of energizing this full new beginning energy before you've actually brought closure. Sometimes we need to see the promise of something new before we can actually close something off. And so that's the way around it's happening for you. Then we've got the Knight of Cups, moving with love. And then we've got the Four of Wands, which is a beautiful energy. You can talk about holidays, you can talk about just everything being kind of solid, and your lifestyle seems to be a bit more balanced, and there's more kind of joy in your day-to-day things, not so much of a kind of slogging through mud kind of energy. So let's see why the World card is here for you, Aries. Why is the World card for you? It could in fact be travel, global travel, you know. But we'll see what's closing off for you. Oops. Oh, that's too many cards for it. Can we clarify the World card, please? For some of you as well, I feel like this Hermit card is really picking up this whole energy of life is short. Feels like that's connected to this Freedom card of really kind of, it's almost like you're mantra for the month. Life is short. Life is short. Life is short. What can I do? How can I make the most of it? How can I live in the present moment? How can I really introduce excitement to my life? Okay, under the World card, we've got the 10 of Swords and the 4 of Pentacles. And then we have the 3 of Pentacles and the 2 of Pentacles. A lot of Pentacle energy is over here. Okay. This really talks about substance. Pentacles also talks about something that's been quite solid because of all the elements. Pentacles is earth. Earth is grounded, solid, it's unmoving, it's strong, okay? So yes, it can talk about money, it can talk about assets, it can talk about physical things, right? But actually it is also something that has been built up over time and it compacts into something very solid. So sometimes it's quite difficult to get away from that, okay? Or shift it out of your air, out of your life, as if you were to compare it with air element. The World card basically says you're closing off a cycle here of something that you recognize as dead, done, over with. It could be betrayal because